We've taken 9 cruises, and each was a treat. Norwegian and Princess and Royal were neat. With MSC, Holland, Celebrity too. But let's build the cruise ship that's perfect for you. Welcome back to My Travel Window, where we help you travel as far as you can while you can. Today our goal is to help build the perfect cruise experience. My wife and I have traveled on 5 different cruise lines, and we've booked a 6th different cruise line for later this spring. We've enjoyed every one we've traveled on and would happily do them all again. But we've discovered that each line we've traveled on has at least a couple things that make them stand out in our experience from other ships. So what I thought I would do today is take at least 2 things from each cruise line, pull them out, and put them into what I would call the perfect ship. If you could combine all of these, it would be a fantastic vacation. As with any exercise of this type, the evaluations are subjective and based on our personal experience and taste, but our hope is that you could use these to pick a cruise line that you might want to travel on in the future, or branch out from something that you've already traveled on. For many veteran cruisers, there's something special about the first line upon which you ever sailed, and for us, that's Princess. Since we've spent more time on a Princess ship than any other line, let's start here. In this case, I'm going to pick 3 things from this cruise line that particularly stood out to us. The first thing is in the design of the ship, the atrium at the center of each ship. We've been on 5 different Princess ships, and while this particular focal point is different on each ship, they were all spectacular. It's designed around the idea of an Italian piazza, and this area is the heartbeat of Princess ships. I'm a morning person, and the International Cafe in the piazza offers a wonderful place to grab a cappuccino and a pastry and get every cruise day started right. And throughout the day, the atrium is a constant stream of happy, interesting activity. We love it. My second selection from Princess is food. From lobster on formal nights to a wonderful pizza venue, we appreciate both the regular dining rooms and the specialty dining rooms on Princess, and it's our standard for food on all ships. This applies both to the food itself and to the service that accompanies it. We may have had better meals here or there on other ships, but for quality, variety, consistency, we haven't found anything better. The food also comes with great attitudes. Princess has the best smiles we found on a cruise ship. On our last Princess cruise ship, a transatlantic, we asked 8 to 10 different employees how long they had worked for Princess. It was rare to find someone with less than 10 years experience, and they all seemed happy, and that comes across. It really helps on a cruise, particularly on a sea day, to be greeted by warm smiles. The bonus selection for this cruise line, I would cite the Princess Medallion and app. Since the use of wireless technology on a cruise ship is relatively new, we've only had experience on Princess and NCL. But of these 2, Princess is clearly ahead of the game, and the Medallion offers a significant enhancement to the overall cruise experience. This is a topic for a video all its own. For our second line, let's turn to Royal Caribbean. We've only done 1 Royal sailing, and it's a bit dated now. But we followed the progress of Royal and believe these 2 areas are still features that set this line apart. Feature number 1 would be their specialty entertainment venues. For us, it was the ice rink, where Royal puts on fantastic ice shows. We've seen videos of acrobatics done on a pool on other ships. Spectacular. The second thing we really like about Royal Caribbean are the walkways. On our ship, there was a central promenade. Since our ship was a holiday cruise, it had a giant Christmas tree at the one end, and it was special. Now, on the newer Oasis class ships, they have up to 7 different neighborhoods, as they call it, which give a Disney-esque feel to your vacation. You should check it out. Celebrities next. We spent 2 weeks aboard the Celebrity Equinox, and we loved it. We picked this line because we thought at the time that we would only ever do one trip in the Mediterranean, and this would be the best ship to do that. It was a great choice, and I would do that again. First for Celebrity is the overall quality of the ship. My impressions are that they're not into trendy things, but simply concentrate on solid cruise vacation experience with quality at every level. The second thing I appreciated about Celebrity were the excursions and the time in ports. When we were researching, we started comparing arrival and departure times, and we discovered that Celebrity would often have 2 hours more in port than some of the other competitors. If you're a port-intensive person, that can make a big difference. At the midway point here, let me invite you to subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost anything, gets our message out to a wider audience. If you hit the notification bell, it'll also alert you to new videos which we release at least weekly. Thank you in advance. Our most recent cruise was on Norwegian. The ship we were on was one of their quirkiest, but we still liked many things about the experience. We chose this ship because of its itinerary. We did back-to-back sailings totaling 22 days, and of those 22, there were only 2 sea days. If you're a port person, it's hard to find a ship that can pack in a more port-intensive trip than NCL, particularly in the Mediterranean. We also appreciated the fantastic variety of restaurants. More than a dozen different dining venues, and it's not a problem to find something you like, and many of them are free. We particularly like Ocean's Pub, where again we discovered they were open for early breakfast and make a delicious and reasonably priced cappuccino. Next line is Holland America. We have a great fondness for Holland America. This is our first trip back sailing after the pandemic. The trend in cruise ships is to get bigger, glitzier, and more novel. But from our perspective, there is a right size for a mainline cruise ship, and we think that HAL generally targets that area and hits it perfectly. At 2,100 passengers, the Eurodam was big enough to offer all the features we wanted, but small enough to make you feel at home. Our next trip this fall will be on the new Statendam with a capacity of about 2,700. We prefer this size to the mega ships that are double this size. For us, HAL also had the best entertainment, especially for music. Their music walk offers variety for any taste and in super quality. B.B. King's for jazz and blues, dueling pianos, Rolling Stones, classical. And their BBC Earth series with stunning photography and on-stage orchestra is perhaps the best show that we've ever seen at sea. You might detect a theme to my bonus choice for Holland America. The Crow's Nest offers a panoramic 180-degree view out the front of the ship in an enclosed space along with great specialty coffee. It's the perfect place for a morning wake-up or an afternoon on a sea day. We love the Holland America design of ships. This brings us to our final cruise line, MSC. I left this until last because we've booked this cruise line but have yet to board it. Even without that, I already knew 2 things that I love about this line. First is price. MSC is the most economical overall of these 6 cruise lines. Most people will contend that that's at the cost of food or entertainment, while others swear it's not so. We'll let you know our experience. The second MSC advantage is loyalty matching. Without setting foot on a ship, we have the same loyalty status as if we had done 5 sailings, because MSC is alone among the major cruise lines for offering matched loyalty status with competitor cruise lines. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you agree and what things you would put in your perfect ship. If you're interested in ship reviews, check out these 5 loves and 5 hates of cruises that we've taken in the past. Until next time, safe travels.